Hey, welcome back. So today I am literally going to be working in my creative journal, which if you saw my last video, I believe I mentioned that I was going to turn my creative journal into my self-care journal. Or self-care planner. So reason being is that I did have the other planner, which is this one, that it just wasn't working out for me. So I didn't I was bad. I did this, but I didn't fill it out as much. So I kept track. In January, did pretty good, but then I kind of fell off just because I just wasn't interested in using it. So I decorated it a little bit, but yeah, so I fell off with that one. So what I said I was going to do was I'm going to go ahead and turn my creative journal into my self-care planner. So same difference, it's just that I'm still going to be creative in it. So, but I'll just be creatively creating self-care things that I can do in here, tracking. So if you're interested in seeing what I come up with, stay tuned. Alright, so if this is your first time visiting, my name is Stephanie, welcome. If you guys have subscribed and you're going on this journey with me, you guys mean the world to me. So again, I am going to change this into a self-care planner. Lately, things have been rocking and rolling because I'm being intentional, right? That's my word. So my husband and I, our business is, we're taking off. We're getting ready to open up an office soon, and I'm excited about that. So with that being said, being in the planner world, I'm actually really good with helping him with all the things in our business. So I'm excited about that, but I need to be more intentional about my self-care. So that other planner didn't work for me, so I'm going to do it in here. And again, this is the one, I'll flip through it. This is the one where I kind of was creative journal where I just kind of play in it and practice all the things here. So you see I haven't even written in it, but I had decorated. This one has a bunch of the Dutch doors. This has some of the junk journaling. This was from Monarchs and Memos from Crafty Planner Queen. Her junk kit, got that, and I turned these into some Dutch doors as well. So I'm going to keep the same frame of mind going with this. Only thing different is that I'm going to change it into a self-care planner. So I'm going to be more intentional with that. So the stickers that I'm going to use in here today are going to be these florals from Kilimka Studios. Again, you can use my code STEPH25 and get 25% off of her shop. She has a lot of cute stuff. She's getting ready to come out with a spring, so stay tuned for that. And then I will be using my date box that's in my Etsy shop. And then I have this collection, which is from Crafty Planner Queen. And this one is it's called the Sticker with Emphasis on Her aesthetic. So I'll be using these. So I'll flip through this a little. And you can use my code until the end of April on this Stephanie15 and get a 15% discount. So since March is Women Empowerment Month, you know, a couple of days ago was Women's Day, National Women's Day. So I'm gonna go with that theme for March in the self-care. And again, I am gonna do this on tape so y'all can see that I am not perfect and I'm just playing and I just love to create. So anything that I create is in my head is still gonna be pretty. So I encourage you to get out your stuff and try. So the supplies I have today with me again are the stickers that I'm gonna use. I got this cardstock, so I'm gonna create my my own kind of tip-in If you saw my other self-care planners, you saw that I used the tip-ins that I used to get from, oh, my brain left me. I can't remember her name. Oso Paper. I think that was it. Oso Paper. And she had the cutest little calendar cards that she had, but she changed the style on me. So she wasn't no longer doing them vertical. She changed to horizontal. So the horizontal ones wouldn't work for me, so I didn't even go there. So what I'm going to do is I'll get a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to do all this with you guys today. So that way, if you wanted to do it, go ahead and grab you a piece of cardstock, your favorite flowers, your favorite bullet journal. I have my crafting board that I can cut with. I have some extra stickers to decorate with in here. And I have my Fisker cutter to cut with. So, with that being said, I have my, also going to use my, I always forget the name of this tool every time. I have it in my brain before I pick it up, and then when I picked it up, I forget what it's called. But anyways, the cutting knife thingy. I'm going to use that. So, let's get started. So, I think I'm going to use the measurements of 7, as far as length, 7 by 4.5. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that. I drew little lines on it. So just basically measure it out. Get your ruler. I'm doing 4.5 by 7 to keep it simple. And then I'll cut it. And then if it works, I will work with it. If not, we'll cut it down some more. So let's do that first. Let's get that cut down. So I have a Fiskars. Basically, this is, you can get this at Michael's. I'm pretty sure they sell it on Amazon as well. So I'm just gonna cut it out to my size, and we're gonna go from there. So like so. Okay, this is gonna be my tip-in to go in here. Okay, so I'm gonna measure it just to see if I like it. So yeah, this is a good size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tip it in here and go from there. So pick your favorite tape. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the yellow and the kind of the pastel colors. So this all goes together. So for as far as the washi tape goes, I think I'm gonna put something bright. So let me find my washi tape that's bright. Okay, so I was separating. So I'm actually in the middle of organizing my craft room. So I have all my solids here, but I don't think the solid ones are gonna work because they're so thin. So I'm not gonna do that. So in here, I have patterned ones. So you know what? I actually have, let's see. I have so much washi tape. This looks cute right here. It's kind of like a green floral. It looks like white flowers. So I think I'm gonna try that. I don't have a thicker one. Now I do have mine, I'm still like all over the place with it, but I do have these that are kind of like this black and white, but I'm trying to keep it more spring since we're in March, going April. So I think I'll use this and see if it'll work for me. So now you can always use regular tape to tip it in first, and then you can go over it. Sorry if that's loud on camera. Then you can always go over it with your washi tape. Let's go ahead and open this one. This just gives it some color. So I can do that. So again, you can use regular tape. So I have the regular tape here, or I have this tape. So you can use whatever one you want to tip it in with. So I'm gonna see if this one will work for me first. So get that first off the thing, like so. All right, so I have my handy dandy washi cutter. Now I'll do it with the tape first. So I'll show you for if you've never seen a tip-in before. So a tip-in is basically you're tipping in a piece of whatever in your book to give it more kind of dimension or whatnot. So what I usually do is take your card or anything that's, you can fold the tape over like so, because you're gonna wanna get it in the creases, right? So you're gonna go right in wherever and kind of get that tape on there. If it bends, oh well, you're gonna cover it up anyways with the thing. So that's how we're gonna do our tip in. And I do one in the middle, then I'll do a top and a bottom. So you can do that first to get it in, especially if you're not used to doing tip ins. That way, you won't really make any mistakes. So you're gonna wanna get it as close to the crease as possible. And then you're gonna wanna put that down and kind of go from there, like so. Okay, so it basically looks like it's part of the page on both sides. So that's what we're gonna do. One more to finish the bottom. So again, wrap that tape around the corner edge. And then you're going to get it lined up as best as possible and then go from there. And that, my friends, is a tip-in. So now it's part of my page, right? Like nothing's going. So, and again, you can decorate the front part if you want. Oh, these are little gnomes on there. So I don't know if you could tell from the camera view, but it's a little gnome hiding behind the flower. So you can actually add to your tip-in if you want. You don't have to, but you're wanting to get it as close to the, you're gonna kind of make sure you get it in that crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pull this to the end of this, right? Lightly stick it on this side. Then I'll come back and make sure that it's gonna be kind of even. So I'm gonna tear it right there. There we go. So now I'm just gonna go in like this, get it in there tight, like so, and voila, we have a tip-in. So you can decorate both sides. Again, I'm going to add a march and just decorate it like a typical page, like I always decorate. So I guess I'll go ahead and do front and back. So that way it's even. Doesn't have to be. Again, you will get your own creative style. Just keep playing with it and go from, oops, see I tore it, dadgummit. Okay. So again, sometimes you just gotta be careful with the washi. You never know how old it is. So that one tore, so I'm gonna kind of go right here. Get that out the way. All right, so I might, let's see, go through that. And pull it up slowly. There we go. I'm gonna put it kind of center it again. I'm actually gonna go this one a little further since that bottom part is not straight. So, and then I'm not gonna put as much pressure on the other side. I'm just gonna kind of stick this side down like so, right? And then go ahead and tear it even right there. Then go ahead and fix it on this side and get it as even as I can. There you go. Okay, so there we have it, our tip-in. So now I'm going to decorate. I like to decorate the back with flowers, so that's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to actually put some flowers down where you can kind of see them right here. So I'm going to put some flowers here. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do a border too around with the yellow on the front, the bottom, and the top. Let me see, I might can use, does this fit? I might have to tear some, so just getting that spring kind of color in there. Since I put that down, I guess I'll cover it, it's fine. I'm actually going to start here in the crease like that. Kind of go like that. And I don't care that it's overlapping like that. That's fine. I'm going to do that there. And then there's a matching one on this side. And I'm going to try and get that one up. So, got this and put this out the way. So let's take out this space. Okay, and I'm gonna cover up this date, like so. And again, remember with the washi, you don't wanna have your pages buckle, so you wanna put it on lightly and then kind of move with it as you go. So that right there is cute. So again, I will probably cut some flowers and have it coming through here. And then I'll decorate something on here too, probably, we'll see. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I like to cut my paper, my stickers when it's on the paper because it just makes it easier cut. So I you don't wanna go exactly half, you wanna kinda give it some dimensions. So I'm just gonna cut up a bunch of them real quick before I start. This one's long, so I'll go this way. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is just do the border like I said on those, and we'll go from there. So it doesn't have to be a pretty cut, because literally I'm just cutting it to cut it on the paper so that way I have some flowers to go around this border. And let's see if that's enough. And if not, I'll just cut some more. So, okay. Up toward it. So, and you can actually cover this, is usually what I would do sometimes. But I think I'm gonna, I don't like the way that one came out, because I'm gonna cut it this way and it looks backwards. But it's okay, we'll just go with it. So I think it's cute to be able to see the flowers coming in from the bottom. Maybe I should have put that at the top. That's what I should have did. Let me see. See if I can salvage it. I know, I'm always doing that, but okay. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll do that. I didn't think about that, so because you can see the trees, the bottom part of the stem, so I was like, oh man. But if I use it at the top, it just looks like the flowers are kind of going off the top. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so I got that. So yeah, that's better. Okay, and let's see. I might use that one up here. There we go. And just trim that part off. And I think I'm gonna put these right here. These are like cute, actually, maybe right here. Let's go backwards. Here we go, I'm gonna do that one right there. Okay, so I'm trying to get as close to the edge as possible without going over. Okay, and I get my scissors to cut here. Okay, where'd that go? Then I have my little handy dandy this tool that I can still round it. It looks like a, possibly like that. I like to look at it in the thing, so there we go. So I keep my pages unified. Get off my finger. Okay. So I'm going to possibly, I might leave that one alone right here. And then I'm going to put one right here. Just because I tore that, I'm going to cover that up. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I didn't really have to cover it because I used the border. But since I tore it, I'm going to go ahead and cover it. So there we go. So we have this page, that, like that. So right now I'm just kind of getting my background, you know, setting the stage for what I want to do next. So I know for sure that this is going to have March, and then on the back I'm going to decorate it too with something here. I do want to try some, I've never done the horizontal. I always do the vertical Dutch doors, but I want to try the horizontal Dutch doors. So I think I'm going to play with that for the month of March. Now, for self-care, I know we're like on day number 10, or yeah, when I'm making this, tomorrow will be the 10th. So I'm going to try to get it up tomorrow, but if not, it'll be up sometime this week. So I do want to, I'm still going to put March on here. And I want to go ahead and do a kind of like a, whatever, the 10th through the 31st. So that would be what? 1, 2, 3, almost 3 weeks, right? And 3 weeks in a day. So that'll be my goal, to finish up March strong. So I don't even have to do a lot. I know for sure I want to actually meditate the rest of the month. Meditate. I want to do yoga, and I want to eliminate coffee. I'm going to drink the mushroom coffee as a substitute. So that's what I'm going to do, is no caffeine or no like junk food for the rest of the month. So we had the birthday month. My daughter's birthday is actually coming up. Tomorrow. This will be this week. I'll have my teenager. Oh my goodness, I'm kind of low-key freaking out, but she's an awesome kid. I believe we've done good, and I'm super proud of her and what she's looking to become so far. So I do want to try with the Dutch doors. So with that being said, I'm going to actually find some cool washi now at this point. So I think I'm going to use this again and maybe find some springy colors that kind of pop from here. So I could actually use the solid. I have this orangey color, the kind of like a salmon type color that I can use. Like, that's like a perfect match. I think I'll use that. And I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do 2 pages. And then that goes cute with it as well. And then maybe a pink, a light pink. So yeah, I think those are my 3 smaller ones that I can use. And then let's see if we can find one with a pattern to use. Trying not to close that as loud. Okay, some with the pattern we can use. So this is cute, but this is cute. It has little dolls on it though. Should I try and use it? Because it's like, we'll see. We got that one, and then possibly, that one has too much purple. I do this one, it's cute. That's a big one too. And then this one's cute too. But maybe that one, I don't know. I like the honeycombs, but it's really a lot of blue in it. Oh, look, we have this pink floral. Let's try that one. So let's take those out for now. Those would be on standby to see if we're gonna use them for this. So, all right. So again, I want to do, let's see, so we won't obviously use this page. So this will be one of our main pages that we can track something on. And maybe I'll just do 1, 2. Let's just do 2 since this is my first time doing a horizontal one. We'll do that. So where to begin? So I'm going to actually stick, I think, I don't want to do that because, I think I'll use this one. So I'll use this one for that. We'll see how that goes. I don't want to use this. I think I'm going to use this one since it's that. Okay, so, all right, y'all. I'm just thinking out loud. Sorry about that. So I'll use this one. Okay. I think I got this one from Temu in a pack. A washi, like, not a washi, ephemera type journal type of kit pack from Temu. So I'm gonna lay that down on the side. So that one is really cute. I don't know about the deer, but he's on here, so we're gonna roll with him. Right there. So that's that. Uh-oh, I always try to, let's see. We've got right here, tear that. And then I'm probably just gonna cut it with my scissors if it's too small to tear. Oh, looks like it's tearing kinda. Nope, I'll use my scissors to cut that one down. Okay, so we got that, right? So let's say we do a horizontal. So let's start with, I think I'm gonna work our way back. So I'm gonna do 1, 1, 2. Okay. This is gonna be my last page right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a border right here with this one too as well. So that way I won't forget that that's where I'm stopping. So there we go. Okay. There we go. And I'm kind of off the page right there. That's okay. Again, you are getting raw footage of me just experimenting. So again, this is why this is my creative journal, but it's also going to be my self-care because I'm going to focus on, I can kind of fill it up. Focus on my self-care. And when it comes to self-care sometimes can be messy. So why not use my creative planner, right? To do it with. There we go. Okay, so those are my base. So it's my base pages. So like I said, I'm just gonna do 2 pages because, yeah, we are just gonna do 2 pages. So I'm going to use this one, and we're gonna go probably. I want to be able to write on them, so I'm gonna cut this part off, and then probably another piece like that. So we'll see. So we'll mark it off like so. Do like that. I got this one from Osa Paper as well back in the day, so it's really cute and springy. So let's that. There you can probably hear the pitter patter of my dog's feet. All right, and then I think I'm gonna use this teal light color just as an anchor. Like that. I'm going to use this one as an anchor. Get that done. Okay. Okay. So we have that. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I'm literally going to cut this with that. So I'm going to use my ruler as a base to cut, and then I got my craft knife, make sure it's just the 1 page, And then I'm gonna use my craft knife and I'm gonna cut it, right? And then right here, you don't wanna cut it too close to the seam because you don't want your paper to tear, right? So, seriously? Okay. So let's see, we'll probably, I'm just gonna cut it actually. So I'm gonna cut it about right here where this, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my knife, but the only thing is my blade, I guess I gotta try to do it as light as possible so it doesn't cut all the pages through. So I'm just gonna go real light because it's gonna be hard to do it with, that was super light. That's not gonna tear nothing. I don't want to cut all my pages, but my board is too thick, so maybe kind of do it, but not with so much pressure. Let's see if that worked. There we go. Yay. Okay, so that should be good. Okay. So I have that one done. And then we're gonna go with all right, y'all, I told y'all this is my first time doing this, so yeah. And I am going off. So I think I'm gonna put, I'll just do some flowers right here and then put a border. So we'll do, let's do yellow. Let's do this since it's already here. But then there's no yellow in here, but then there's yellow in the flowers. All right, y'all, let's try it. So I'm just gonna actually go from where I cut that, right? Line it up there. Again, I am experimenting. I know there's plenty of people out here in these YouTube streets that actually have like their masters at Dutch Door. I know, I think it's Amy Plans Things or something like that. She's like the queen of Dutch doors, so y'all should check her channel out. Me, I just be playing with stuff, just so but yeah, so we're gonna do some flowers. That might even cover up my thing. I think I'm gonna do a whole bunch of flowers kind of overlapping back here like that. Okay, so I'll do a bunch of vases with the flowers coming out. I want to do it like that. So they're like kind of resting on like a little bench. I mean, not bench, but like a little platform you would put. Why am I like a? When you go in the store and you see the little vases with the flowers, so we'll do it like that. Okay. So I have that. Now I could. So. Yeah, I don't like it, y'all. Okay, we're gonna work with it. I'm trying to keep my thing in frame. So I think on this one, let's see what I can do. Why don't we put a? Let's go with the other. Here we go. Last one. What's that? All right. I think I'm gonna use her on my front part. So let's see. I didn't do a mirror cut on the thing, so I'll try to keep them. As, let's see, we could do little ones. So again, what I've been doing, y'all, is I'll print it big like this, and then I'll print them small. So I'm trying to duplicate. So I'll have my bigger ones, and then the smaller ones for my planners, my smaller planners that I use. So I have duplicates, but I didn't do a mirror because I didn't. Like I said, I was just kind of going with it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just doing. So we could actually just kind of keep it the same. If they're like the same kind of head style, we can do that. Let's see. Okay, that's my small ones right there. These are my big ones. Big ones. Right. Okay. All right. So we can literally just keep it. You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple and keep it boxy this go around. I'm not gonna even worry about. I might just put a thing here and keep it boxy, and then just do another one right here where I will start. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm changing. Since I've never done it this way, I'm gonna keep it simple, and it's still gonna be cute. So I'll do that. Let's put it right here. And I'm going to actually, I'm going to cut it about right here. Where's my pen? I'm going to mark it with a pen. So I'm going to cut it about right here. So that way that one comes from the back. And I'm just going to do washi tape on this one. We're going to keep it simple. And then I'll practice and then come back with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right here. Then I'll add my washi. So I'm gonna do that bullet line here. Okay, like so. Okay. Oh. And then again, I don't want to get too close to the crease, so I'm going to just use kind of that line, and I'm going to try to do it as gentle as possible like I did last time without trying to cut the crease, so we don't want to mess up the pages. So I'll actually just kind of go like that. Actually, where's my ruler at? I'll put that to make it go a little faster. Okay, so actually do it about right here. All right, let's see if that worked. Uh-oh, it pulled from there, but that's okay. There we go. All right. So I'm just keeping it simple. Since I didn't even think, I knew I wanted to do horizontal Dutch doors, but being that I didn't make any mirror images, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm just going to put some cute washi tape here. So I use this one on this side, and I use this one here. So I guess I will use the pink, this pink with the orange. We'll do it like that. Or actually, that'll be fine. I guess we'll do that. So we'll do that on both sides of the pages. So that way we'll keep it kind of uniform. So, and again, I will come back and I'll try to play with it more fun and make little, where you can actually have the designs. But I think that's cute for now. That's really cute for now. I'm gonna keep it, and on these pages, since it's half the month is almost over, I didn't want to waste any. I didn't want to waste any. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Any pages, so I didn't want to use any pages, so it'll work next time. So next time going into April, then we'll play with it again and see if we can do a cuter version of the junk. So this is more like a waterfall. I guess we can call it more like a waterfall page. So instead of a Dutch door, it'll be a waterfall, a horizontal waterfall. There we go, see? So here we have it. So I'll go ahead and do that side as well. Let's see, did I use this color? Nope, I used this color. Okay, use this color. And I actually could mix and match it, but I guess we'll keep it the same. So we have our little areas where I might actually just kind of, okay, that was getting on my nerves, so I had to share that. All right, so now let's go back to the beginning. So that right there is enough, so we could actually, ooh, go through. So I decorated that. So that is a basic outline of, you know, so I did a waterfall instead of Dutch door. So a horizontal waterfall, and that's those pages. So I can add whatever I want on these pages. So I like to do a quote, so, or whatever I plan on doing. I could do focus, right? And we'll decorate March and that. So I guess we can actually do a two-part video, because if not, this will be like forever. So I'll go ahead and wrap it there. So this is just going to be our background. We're building our self-care journal or planner, whatever you want to call it. And I got the background. So I'll come back and do a part 2 to this video, because if not, it'll be like 2 hours long. Even so I will add something here. I'll add something here, here, my focus, and whatever here. And then I have these spaces to focus on whatever goal here, whatever goal here, whatever goal here, and then whatever here. And then I can do results on this page. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna wrap it up here, since again, I don't want this to be, it's already a long video. So we'll come back, we have our base set, and we'll go ahead and build from there. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the bell if you want to be notified every time I drop a video. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Hope you were able to pull out something and play with your creative journals or whatever you're creating. But thanks again, and I'll see you on the other side. Take care.